What do you think? Hello everyone and welcome back to Lady Fire's Kitchen. And what's going on today in Lady Fire's Kitchen? I'll tell you what, a delicious appetizer is coming up really soon. What are we going to be using? Green plantains. We in Puerto Rico call them plátano verde. And this little thing, this little baby, see how big it is? Oh, it's only 66 cents. That's all that we pay for each one. So we bought quite a few. I'm going to show you two items. If you don't have them, I tell you what you can do. They're called Tostones. These are old. As you can see, they have been used quite a bit. And the reason why they have been used quite a bit is because I am a cook. I cook a lot. This one is so that we can have flat plantains. So we're going to be flatten that out. So that probably will be used more for like side dishes. And then you will have this tostonera here. Then you will have this little ball. And that's gonna make like a cup. So today, our plantains I'm going to make this stuffed plantain. It's actually gonna be a seafood stuffed plantain. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with this second one. That's why I'm making two different ones. So you can have this as a side dish and the other one so that you can stuff it with whatever ingredients that you will love. If you do not have one of these, this is the one that is flat. What you can also do will be get a flat surface and just get something that is flat on the bottom as well. After you fry the plantain, you just squish it down. And that's all you need to do. Put that to the side. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just going to go ahead and cut the plantain. So first thing I'll do is just cut the edges. Done. And then I'll make three cuts one on each side. So let's start one here. Try not to go way too deep, okay? And be careful. All right, so done with this one. So we're gonna use one like that. Like this is like a butter knife. And what I do is I kind of push up. I get in between that little crack there and I start pushing up. And that's gonna detach the hard part from the plantain. We're trying to release it out of there. Okay, so I just keep doing the same thing. There you go. This one is actually coming out. So, you know, this is gonna help me with the other ones. Take that out. And now you can really see just between that crack right there, just push it away from it. That's what we're doing. Same thing on the other side. The more you do it, the faster you'll get at it. I did a whole bunch already today. So now we get the other side. That one I put a lot of pressure. And it's almost out. See there? Done. Same thing here. Done. Now we're going to cut the plantain. Let me remove this out of the way. We're gonna cut the plantain about an inch. So probably around there. The whole thing, it's just the same. All right, and I'm gonna place them with my other bowl. And we're going to get ready now to fry the plantains. Just wanted to let you know, the plantains will take approximately 6 to 7 minutes, maybe less. It depends on the size that your plantain is. The easy way to find out if they're getting done, if you put a fork right in the center, if it goes in when you're frying it, that means that it's getting ready. So like I said, I will say 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the size of your plantain. So we're gonna get ready in a second and do that. All right, so our oil is perfectly hot right now. See? Ooh, very hot, very hot. So medium hot, medium high. Ensure that you have enough oil so that you can cover at least half of the tostones so that it can be cooked through. We don't want it raw, because if they're raw in the center, they will not fry it properly. Not fry, forgive me. They will not flatten properly, and then you will have to put it back inside and the whole thing. So it's better if you have enough oil that it covers the majority of the tostone, okay? Be cautious, this is hot. I put it on high, and when I knew it was hot, then I put it on medium high. And remember, 5 to 7 minutes it will take for these to fry. Ensure that you're moving them around, okay? Because if you have the surface and that's not cooking, it's gonna be raw. So we need to move it constantly and ensure that you don't burn them. We want a pretty color, you know, we wanna cook them all the way through. So if you feel like maybe you're too high, lower the temperature, because they're cooking pretty fast. See how the oil is covering most of it, but I keep moving them around so that the whole tostone is cooked. 5 to 7 minutes, remember. And you can go ahead, like maybe when you're at your 5th minute, try a little fork and push it down the center, and if it goes in easy, it should be done. All right, guys, see what beautiful color? I've been turning them around a little bit. It's been enough time. So I'm gonna check one in the center like I told you. Maybe this one. And see if, oh, it went through. See how easy that was? These are done. So we're going to take them out, and I'm going to take it, put it in this surface with this paper towel so it can pick up all of that oil. So be right back. They're fried and they're ready to be squished down. So I'm going to try, I really like doing the scoop thing first. So I'm gonna put one in. It's hot, but I can handle it. Squish them down, open it up. I can try to take it out with my hand, or if not, you can use a little knife and be gentle because they're soft now in the center. And you see that little scoop? See how hot it is? There you go. So we're gonna do a few of those. Put it in, squish it down, that simple. And you just repeat. They're gonna be fried a second time around. So this is just the first fry to give them the shape, and then they will get crispy when you put it the second time around. Okay, let me show you after this one. I'm gonna do the flat one. How it goes. And I'm gonna do the flat ones. This one you can do as a side dish, just you can put salt over it. Squish it down, same thing. Take them out. It's that simple. Let me show you how thick they are in between. See? Ooh, steaming hot. Let's keep doing these. And remember, if you don't have one of these and you want to flatten them, you can have any surface, 2 flat surfaces, just squish them down, and it's the same thing. Same thing. But if you want to get one of these, which is easier, go ahead. They sell them in any grocery store, I think. Maybe any Yep, at any grocery store. They usually have, that's where I found these. Okay, let me make more of the ones that, wait a minute. I want to make more of these, right? These are the ones that are going to be stuffed of delicious seafood, which I'm going to be teaching you how to do soon. And you just keep going on and on until they're all done. Very easy, super delicious. You're gonna love this. So we're ready to make the stuffing, the seafood stuffing for our tostones. So I have some of the ingredients here. I will be telling you one by one when I put it in how much of each. And remember, with every recipe, every person is a very individual. And some people like more salt, more garlic, more this and that, so you can make it your own. But for now, let's just go for the basics. Right now, I put 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. So I took it out of the heat because while I was talking to you, it got a little hot. And I am going to introduce you to, this is my favorite. This is sofrito, it's called sofrito. I can tell you the ingredients, what I use or what ingredients I use to make my sofrito. It's very simple, but if not, you can also buy it at your local grocery store. They also sell them in the frozen aisle. And that's where they sell it, but mine is fresh. I made this one myself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back in here and take 3 tablespoons, the big ones, and in my sofrito goes. And it's really hot, so I'm just gonna take it out for a second. And I'm gonna lower my temperature because obviously while I was talking, it got hotter and hotter. So we're just gonna stir it and we're gonna fry that a little bit, okay? Like so. So to fry that for a minute or 2. If you would like the recipe for this, for my homemade sofrito, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments that if I could facilitate that for you, and I will be more than happy. And if not, I can also do a video on how to make it. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. You just need like 5 or 6 ingredients. Throw them in together in a blender, and sofrito, homemade sofrito, and it is really good, delicious, and it smells awesome right here, right now. So we're just gonna fry that for another minute or so. So we reduced our sofrito a little bit for about 2 minutes or so. So I'm gonna start adding other ingredients here. I have 1 teaspoon of garlic. In it goes. I have 1 whole envelope, one of those envelopes from saffron. It's powdered saffron. And half a teaspoon of salt. I never put too much salt on my meals because I can add a little bit later. It's better than under than over. So let's just put a little bit of salt. I'm gonna also add some of the olives. And I chopped them up, make them a little bit smaller. I did 2 tablespoons full of that. These are capers, and I did 2 tablespoons also. In it goes. I also have my pimentos, red pimentos. And with that, I have a 1/3 cup of it, okay? 1/3 cup of that. Let's mix those ingredients right now. It's looking good already. So let's fry that for at least a minute or so. Let them acquaint themselves there in the pot. All right, so we are ready to add 1 whole can of tomato sauce. So in it goes. Let's mix that together and give it a minute. And you're going to be cooking this right now at medium high. So I went ahead and raised my temperature here. So we're just gonna mix that for about a minute or so, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. All right, so here we go. That's the beginning. I mean, not the beginning, almost halfway there. So what we're going to add now, I'm gonna put it here on the side for a second. We are going to add our seafood. We're going to add, these are actually 2 cans of 6 ounces each. So it's 2 of the one of each is 6 ounces each, one of them. And I'm going to try to not put the water or the liquid so it's not too liquidy. So I'm going to attempt to just put just the crab meat on this side and try to not get that water. So make sure that you try to get as much water, as much of the moisture that you can from the can. If you would like to buy this fresh, I mean not fresh, but there's some that are very expensive, but this was actually not that much money. It was like $6 or $7 a can. But trust me, crab is expensive. So let's use every little bit of it. All right, so that's that. And then we're going to also add shrimp. It's already been deveined and it's already been, the tail's taken out. And I cut it in small pieces, bite size, so that we can add it and it's easier to stuff our tostones with that. So in it goes, and it's 2 cups of this, okay? 2 cups. Let's add a little bit of pepper. Just a little bit, not too much. That's it. That's more than enough. And let's mix this together. Put it back in the heat. See how pretty that's looking? You don't have to cook this too long, okay? Because the seafood is already cooked enough. If I like a little bit of spice on mine, so I'm gonna add a little bit, not too much, because not everybody loves spice, but I like the flavor. So just a little bit. That's enough, just to have a little bit of a kick to it. All right, and we're going to do this for another minute or 2, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is my batch. I'm not going to make all of them, but I made all of those little cuppy things. Cupped los tostones, and I made also another batch of these. Just wanted to let you know, guys, you can also freeze these up and eat them later. But for now, we're just going to fry them. We're going to utilize the same oil that we had before. It's going to be on medium high. And we are just going to put just a few, not a whole bunch, just to show you how long it takes. They don't take that long to cook, okay? Just so you know, you may ask yourself, why is she frying this thing twice? Well, the first time, you're actually cooking them. But the second time, you're actually giving that crisp and you're finishing it up, okay? So that's why the second time is very important, because if not, it's raw still. It's at a raw stage. And one of the reasons why I told you to put a lot of oil is because when you fry these, you need to cover that too. See how thick they are? So we're just gonna put one in here, see? And make sure that it's on high so that it doesn't suck up a lot of. And they take like not very long. They really don't. Let's make like at least 4 of these, right? And let's do like 4 of these too. There you go. By the way, guys, just wanted to let you know that the seafood was done within a minute of me putting it in there. It's just basically heating it up because all of that seafood was already cooked. So all I wanted to do was just mix them up and just cook them for just a little bit. I don't want to overcook fish, and I didn't actually add anything to it. It was perfect. The measurements was precisely exact to my liking. Not salty, it had flavor. You also don't want to over salt because you want to taste the seafood, right? Okay, so back to here. So this is going to take no time on frying. So I'm just going to make sure that they have some of that heat inside, so it will cook inside too. I could turn them around also. We're going to crisp these up. And it won't take long. It would take maybe a minute and a half, if that. Oh, look how cute. Bubbling in the center as they're cooking. Fun. Look how pretty that is. This is the finishing touch. And I believe we're done. See, it didn't take that much, probably a minute. So we're just gonna put it right here, get some of that oil out. See how the plantain maintained that shape perfectly. Okay, so we're gonna salt them. A little bit of salt on each one. There you go. Perfect. And now we're gonna stuff these up with our mixture. And I'm gonna stuff them good. What do you think? They smell great. I can't wait to finish and dig in.